Hello everybody, I'm Mel Austen, Professor of Ocean and Society at the University of Plymouth, and I'm delighted to welcome you to this latest event in the Royal Society of Biology's Policy Late series, which is supported by the Policy Lates Working Group organisations, and these are the Biochemical Society, the British Pharmacological Society, the Society for Applied Microbiology, the Society for Experimental Biology, and the Physiological Society. So the purpose of the series is to enable knowledge exchange and interdisciplinary and intersectoral interaction on bioscience policy topics. So previous topics have included climate crisis, healthy aging, and antimicrobial resistance. And you can see the recordings of all the previous Policy Lates events on the RSB YouTube channel. And this one will go there as well. So for this event, why protect ocean biodiversity? Your questions for the panel are very welcome. Please can I ask you to send them through on the Q&A box on the Zoom, and I will then put these to the panel after the final speaker has finished. So tonight our panel is going to discuss the topic, why protect ocean biodiversity? We have last seen oceans mentioned in this weekend's COP26 statement, indicating their importance in our efforts to reduce and mitigate climate change, but also their vulnerability to climate change and ocean acidification. We also have the COP15 on biodiversity taking place in two halves this year and next in China. So how prominently will ocean biodiversity feature there? Ocean biodiversity is crucially important for people because of the many ecosystem services and benefits it provides and supports. Yet many of us find it hard to articulate its importance, to whom it is important, and why we need to manage and protect it. I've so often found myself telling people that it's not just about the fish, although sustainable and nutritious seafood is important. Think also of its global and local roles in regulating and combating climate change, water quality maintenance, flood defence and coastal protection, providing health benefits, leisure, recreation and spiritual values for people across the world in rich and in poor countries. It's this desire to understand and explain the importance of the marine environment and its biodiversity that moved me from being an experimental ecologist working in community ecology on the very smallest metazoans, the meiofauna, to being an inter and transdisciplinary marine researcher. I now work with different policy, industry and NGO sectors, as well as the public, and with different disciplines from biologists and ecologists to ecosystem modelers, engineers, economists, social scientists, psychologists, health professionals, and law and governance experts. So these days, I call myself an expert in marine natural capital, which is another name for biodiversity and ecosystem services as well. And I was privileged to be the marine expert on the government's Natural Capital Committee, helping to support and champion natural capital in policy and regulation and towards industry. I've been privileged to use my expertise to bring together some amazing scientists in inter and transdisciplinary research projects on marine ecosystems and their importance in the UK and in Europe, and currently in official development assistance countries in Southeast Asia through the GCRF Project Blue Communities, and at the same time in Southwest England in the NERC Impact Project Sweep. So today, to address this topic, we're going to hear first from three speakers on plankton. The first one's going to talk about plankton, keeping us and the planet healthy. The second will be on how the protection of marine organisms and ecosystems can help combat climate change. And the third panelist will talk about the challenge of creating a regulatory framework for ocean biodiversity and the potential for an international interdisciplinary approach to protecting the world's oceans. So after our speakers have each given a 10-minute presentation, we'll have a panel discussion where I'll address your questions to the presenters.